I'm going to start to try and better what's already been said, to be honest, because these guys were great. Well, first of all, I'd like to start by getting one thing straight. It gives me much pleasure, but I'll have to pack it in because no man's going to go blind. So basically, for those of you that have not yet had the pleasure of making my acquaintance, you have absolutely no idea how lucky you are. Basically, I'm Alex and I'm the brother of the group. And I know you'll all be thinking you can see straight away who's got the looks. Thank you very much. It'll be apparent shortly who has the brains as well. Today, obviously, I've got the privilege of being the best man. I've never done it before, but I presumed that all of the other candidates must have turned it down. He did say, actually, that if I did a good job today, that I could be best man for the next one as well. So, although it is a great honour and a privilege to be here doing this, I don't feel like I deserve the title of best man. I think reasonable man or you'll do man would be better, because everyone can see that the best man here today is obviously Tony. Right, now Tony and I share a very similar sense of humour, and he's been one of the main influences in developing my sense of humour over the years. So if you're dissatisfied with any of my attempts here, please direct your complaints towards the group. In case I failed to make you laugh and cheer today, I have invested in an insurance policy. Now, a good friend of mine, Mike, can you stand up please, Mike? He's volunteered to strip naked and run around the world. So just bear that in mind. It's in your hands and on your conscience now. Mike, you can sit down now. Now, there's certain commonly accepted points that I'm meant to raise in this speech, almost essential elements to any best man's speech. For example, I'm supposed to stand here before you and inform you of all of Tony's sort of positive points that he can bring to the relationship. Unfortunately, on such a nice day that's so momentous, I can't really bring myself to lie, so thank you and good night.
And there's more.
Oh, there's more. Sorry. Don't go on too long. Right, well, I've known Tony since he was born, really. And it's a pleasure to have him not only as my brother, but as a better friend I could never have wished for. Obviously, we've been through some rough patches, fights, etc., scrapes, the usual type of things that you go through in sibling relationships. But we always manage to come through the other side, smell the roses, and get on and laugh about it later. I'm supposed to reel off one or two embarrassing memories from Tony's past, but to be honest with you, my memory's terrible, so I brought a short list actually. Where is it? Oh yeah, here we go. I wrote it on there, Tesco paper, because it seemed quite fitting. Yeah, well, there was this one time, and I hope you realise what you've got yourself in for here, Laurie, because he's got some interesting quirks to his personality. Over the years, I remember a few incidents that stand out, and I'm sure some of you'll remember a few of them yourselves as well. One time that stands out very vividly was the time that we went camping to, I think it was Ripon, and Tony, basically we had to evict him from the tent because of his unceasing flatulence. So we ended up spending the night in a rubber dinghy under the stars. Another such incident was the time that we went camping in Pickering. We went for a day in Scarborough, and Tony thought it'd be a great idea to go and get deck chairs on the beach. So we cashed in our $2.50 each, and we got the deck chairs, and immediately the heavens opened. But to get value for money, we sat there for what must have been about 2 hours, getting soaked through to the bone, while the torrential downpours just kept on going, waiting for it to stop. It didn't stop. Sorry, that was a bit crap, that one, wasn't it? Anyway, oh yeah, Tony. There's always one, isn't there? You don't have to toast it, I'm just wetting my throat. Finished now. Anyway, I'm supposed to mention some of Tony's like former flames. Tony's always been a bit of a hit with the ladies. Now, I don't want to mention too much because it'd be degrading to the bride, but I will say the 53rd one was an absolute stunner, and I can't believe that happened. Joking aside, Tone's one of the nicest lads you'll ever meet. He may lack maturity on occasion, he may not be the ultimate sharpest tool in the shed, but what he lacks in these, he more than makes up for with his kind, loving nature, cracking sense of humour and uplifting personality. You've all been very patient so far, and you'll be pleased to know that I'm approaching the end now. I have to apologise, I seem to have done the speech backside first. So ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to finish up by thanking Tony on behalf of the bridesmaids for his kind and heartfelt words. Now I must agree, do look incredibly beautiful today, and are only rightfully outshone by our incredibly nice looking bride.
Very nice.
I do understand though, Laurie, that it's the bride's responsibility to try and find a good man to settle down with and marry, so thank the Lord that you got in there first before she managed to find one. So I don't have an awful lot to say about Laurie because I think it's already been said by Andy and I couldn't better what he's already said, but I have got a few words. I believe she's a very incredibly warm-hearted and generally lovely girl in all aspects, and I can see the positive influence you've had on Tony so far. You've helped him to mature as a person, and I hope that you two wonderful people becoming one helps you both achieve a better understanding of loyalty, self-restraint, responsibility and loving that only a married couple can. Oh, and Tone, I hope it gives you a better understanding of just how damn awkward women can be to live with. Now, one thing you guys need to remember is that marriage is all about the 5 rings. The wedding ring, the engagement ring, the suffering, the torturing and the enduring. Now, I can't use the next bit because Andy's already used it. Cheers for that.
It's the same webpage.
Pieces of advice for you. Right? Laurie, a husband's like a tiled floor. Lay it right the first time and you can spend the rest of your life walking all over it. Tony, you need to know the 3 little words and you need to use them quite a lot. Always remember to tell your wife, "You're right, dear." And finally, everyone, that's pretty much it. You'll be pleased to know. If you can please be upstanding one last time, and can you raise your glass for a toast to the new Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Tony and Laurie.
Tony and Laurie.
Thank you very much, everybody. Drink!